Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to gold, going for gold. So, after messing around with this, I decided it's Niv going for gold. Now, couple of housekeeping. We are going for gold. We're going to get into the gold rank. We only have to achieve this once. We're going to do this in a season. If, for example, because I'm going to be doing this on Edition to play in my regular account, we don't make it in this month, we'll reset it. We'll run this series till we get there. And we will constantly upgrade. So every wildcard we get from this account will go to the purpose of upgrading our Explorer deck to help us get there to our goal for gold. So, with that in mind, let's talk about the first thing we need to talk about, which is lands. Lands are a major issue in Arena. As you'll see, obviously, if we talk about the pay to life land, our shock lands, which are pretty big for us, they are all rares. We have 11 rares in total right now, so they are something to be built towards. We have no shock lands. Let's see if we have any of our check lands or our fast lands we could consider. We have an Inspiring Vantage and a Spire Buff Canal. Not the greatest, if we're honest. So let's see. Fable. Did we get any Fable passages? We did not. Okay. So, with that in mind, what we are looking at now is our first initial choice. So we have 11 rares. We could spend 11 rares boosting our mana base, or we can spend them primarily on improving other stuff. Oh, we got Surveil lands. Yes, of course, we pulled some Surveil lands, didn't we? I forgot about that. I just saw one in the corner of my eye. So, Surveil lands actually... Wow, we did really good with Surveil lands. I guess they wanted us to play standard or something. So, with that in mind, let's throw in our Surveil lands that we cracked. / I think we might have been given some of these with the intro decks. So, we have Surveil lands. That's an okay start for us. We don't. I don't think we have any Triumphs because I don't think we didn't get any Ikoria or... No, we had no Ikoria or Treat to New Capenna. So that's going to be an issue. So, but because we're restricted on our wildcards, I think our first thing will be the... Our first port of call has got to be to get some of the New Capenna common lands. For those who don't know, these are the hideouts, the courtyard, the theatre and all that. The lands that enter, we sack them and we get a basic. So obviously, we have 20, and these are common. So let's throw in one of each of these to begin with and see how our mana base looks. We still have a good number of basics. This is probably going to evolve over time. So obviously we want to swap these out over time with other more efficient lands. But with that in mind, so we're looking at white, blue and red, which isn't a Capenna color scheme. But white and blue is covered by Obscura, so we can put in an additional Obscura. And white and red is covered by Cabaretti, so we'll put in a second Cabaretti. So we'll craft these, which is our 7 uncommons gone. So our mana base is sketchy as hell to begin with, but that's to be expected because we're starting low. Now, with that in mind, let's look at potential options for the rest of our deck. So, we have an abundance of uncommon cards. So, first thing, let's look at uncommons in gold. Wait, we've got to get rid of all of our new ones first. Yep. Alright, let's get to the true Selesnya ones. So, there are vetoes, there are no more lies, which I think is a good investment. Flex Mage is an interesting threat that could work. He does a lot of good stuff. Obviously, we're not going to have access to some of the most powerful things if we're restricting our res here. We might go back and look at res in a bit. So, looking at this, with 26 uncommons available, I would say we put... So let's go with 2 No More Lies. And let's switch to res here and see if we can find any... Yep. Come on. Come on, game. Okay, so we're looking at the res. Is there anything leaping out here that will be good for us to help finish off? Detention. I do love detentions here, but it's not probably the right move. We could throw in a gigant. So, one thing I will say is from playing the Niv Mizzet Commons deck in Commander for a meme, board wipes are premium, but we would probably need them here at res. So, let's put in 1 Supreme Verdict. I think that's a fair shout. I don't think there's anything too crazy. So, let's go through the idea. Oh, I was just looking at Widespread Thievery. That could be something to invest in later. But let's see if we can look through the rest of our res. We should probably establish our big finishers. Alright, so we gotta go with Vampire Dad, who's too angry to die permanently, because he always comes back. So we'll put a single copy of Edgar in there. So our blue-black finisher, well, there's the Ven is so good, but I don't think truly fits currently. If I have to be skimpy here, I would put Kaito. Kaito's abilities are pretty insane. We can change these as we go. Is there anything rare? Is it that we want? Is it has the issue of having some of the best stuff that we might like? Ionize, Primary Command, but they're all very expensive in the rare slot. I think that our best bet will... Okay. So currently we have 3 of our rare cards spent. How are we looking for... Uncommons is where the real choke is. So let's be scrimpy for now and choose stuff that could be very good for us. So... we also should consider sideboard options. So Slaughter Games as a sideboard option would be pretty cool. Maybe not the best option there. Abrupt Decay. It's hard to say no to Abrupt Decay and Assassin's Trophy. Where was Assassin's Trophy? If I could find it. Where's Assassin's Trophy? There is no way Assassin's Trophy... Oh, I must have opened a... Hold on, did we open one? Is that why it's not currently in the... Yeah, we did. So, of course, we've got an Assassin's Trophy, we'll put that in. Okay, let's be reasonable here, and let's make sure that we check everything that we opened before we go any further. Ill-Timed Explosion, yeah, that's another good one we'll put in. We already have that. Like I said, anything we can save here that could go into potential Bedevil's a good one. Yeah. Anything we can save here that could let us put more investment into our mana. Potentially just give us maybe a Triumph or 2 would be pretty good. Aurelia is a good shout, but I don't think any of these truly... Drag looking out. No. Right. Okay, with that in mind, we're doing okay. Let's just see if we can find anything else that we want to consider here. So, we've got you. We probably do need maybe another Assassin's Trophy, if I'm being honest, or an Abrupt Decay. There is also Pillage the Bog, which is a good dig spell, but I think we can skimp on that right now. It's kind of a win more card. If we don't have anything truly amazing to get... Casualties is a good... Do we get Skeletons? This is the problem. My inner Jank Lord wants to come out and choose Skeleton Swarming, even though it's pretty terrible. Let's keep going. We got a Gigantha, but we can't run him because obviously we're going to be tight on stuff. So let's make sure we don't put ourselves into a corner here. Wildson's Rage would probably be good, actually, based on the fact we're doing that. Okay, we'll put in a World Souls Rage. I think that one could do a good hit here. Lightning Helix, I know we can get it for uncommon. Clarion could be a good sideboard card. This is the problem. I'm trying to think about saving sideboard cards at the same time. This is the dangers of doing this live. Okay. What I want is to guarantee that we have ways to finish out the match. So Sagada's Hexwave ability would be kind of cool, but it doesn't guarantee us anything. Tulsamir is an old... Night of Autumn. I'm trying to pick something that'll... Honestly, I think that maybe just going for the... for the finish would be the best one. Kellen. Could go for a Kellen. Okay, I'm going to lock in what we've got so far. See how we're looking. So we're nearly at 40. So now let's purge some uncommons, because uncommon support has some great amount of stuff in these colors. Like, I know a lot of my spells. So we've already got the No More Lies here. Despark is uncommon, I forgot that. Fracture is uncommon. Vanishing Verse is not uncommon, which could be an issue. Alright, so gotta make a note of that for sideboard. Let's take... I can't believe that's uncommon. I forgot Anguished. Anguished is an uncommon. Alright, so we're going to spread it out here. We'll take... No, we actually won't take Anguished, which is unfortunate. But we'll take some D-Sparks. I think we take... one D-Spark. Then we come to our second. So, this is where we got to make the choice. We can go between Drown in the Loch and the Tyrant Scorns. My experience, Tyrant Scorn has always been the better performer for me. Drown could be a good sideboard. So let's put in 2. We'll put into 3. We can always go down if we don't trust what we see. So let's like what we see. Genuinely, I think that Is It Charm's probably going to be good. So we'll put 2 Is It Charms in. This is live brewing. Alright, Angra's Rampage is going to be the clutcher here. We have Bedevil, but, you know, a little sacrifice action never hurt. At Knife Point, potentially, no, I don't think that could be. So we have the Assassin's Trophy. Do we need anything else here? No, nothing too crazy. We could take Binding. Binding is a good additional removal spell we can put in. Has some nice synergies. Ramps us in addition to that. Not too bad to cast. Alright, we'll take a Struggle and Survive. It is primarily a commander card, but I've actually been enjoying using it to shuffle away Phoenixes and other stuff. Right, here's where we come to our big money makers. We need to grab the Lightning Helixes. Probably a full play set if I'm entirely honest. That's going to be like our powerhouse. Green, white. Do you guys have anything too mad that I would like to pick up? Cosmic Rebirths, yes, we'll grab 2 of them. They're going to be good because we do technically have like a fetch land synergy, and if they kill anything, we can always bring it back, or they discard or never miss it. Also prefer this over the Renegade Rallier because this one is instant speed and not concurrent on us triggering Revolt. Furthermore, it can also let us just go bigger if we have to. Right, let's find the greatest Is It card that ever was printed. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, have I opened one? Is that why? Why is Growth Spiral not showing up? What is Growth Spiral? Growth Spiral was not a rare. Okay, it's a common. Oh dear. I was having a panic attack that they'd overridden it there. So we got the 4 there. Let's do our craft, see what we're doing here. Okay, we are down to 9, 7, and 1 uncommon. Let's have a look how the deck looks laid out. We already have the format, it's Explorer. And we need 3 more cards. We are looking okay. We have a few things that aren't too hard to answer. Right. With those 3 cards left, actually, I think I know what I'm going to do. We're going to go with one of my personal favorites, Wandering Mind. Wonder. There we go. An uncommon from there. How's our uncommon slot looking? So if we put 3 of them in, we have a good dig, good spread of cards. Right, we still have to look at our sideboard. But all in all, that's not too bad, I don't think. There is part of me that wishes we could maybe spend a little bit on some better removal in the form of like a Vanishing Verse or an additional. Yeah, I think we might have to here. We'll do live sets. We'll be recording in games of 3 and then going from there. So, sideboard wise, we've got 5 more uncommons. Well, there's one thing we have to grab for the sideboard, and that is a few vetoes. Then we need to look for some more graveyard hate. More graveyard hate specifically that we actually could maybe afford. Dear Lord. Okay. Right. So we've got our counter spells. Let's see what we've collected in gold that would help us out here. Is there anything, truthfully, that would be... We got an Italian. Kind of want to put that just in for the side of it. So let's fill up our sideboard here with Dust Drinker Vampire. Slick Sequence. Is that better than Is It Charm? Well, no, Is It Charm can counter a non-creature if we have to. Right, let's fill up with what we've got. And what I mean with that is we'll just see what we can fill out here. I am probably going to have to put in another D-Spark, if I'm honest. Right, let's just do this crafting, see where everything is. 4 uncommon, so we've got 1 uncommon left. Man, I never thought the uncommon... Well, I suppose I am being very conservative with my spending here. So let's see what else we can throw into the sideboard. For the sake of... Let's go to here. Aurelia can be good against something big. He says, with total straight face. Put Amalpackle. Let's just put a few additional threats and things in the sideboard. We'll evolve this over time. Zoni may be good. That might be a good one, actually. We should look at specific sets. So, Murders at Karlov Manor, I know, had some good stuff. So we'll go for rare. Let's see. I mean, the agency doesn't. Okay, maybe not as good stuff as I remember. Man, there's not a lot here. My brain is all over the place then. So we got 61 here. I think we'll go down. Right, we'll go down we'll put the binding in the sideboard. Put it that way. Just in case we have other removal that we need. Right. Struggling to find stuff to do. Let's go with a destroy effect. Let's see what destroy effects we can find with our current setup. The final payments. We have 9 commons left. Pest control, spells like that, we'd be wishing our life away. We have 1 uncommon left. Glyssa would be a good finisher. Okay, hold on. Putrefy. You are not. Okay. Apparently you are. I thought you at least had a printing that was uncommon. Deadly compilation destroyed. Destroy a creature for free? That's not bad, actually. That was the other thing I was really hoping this this little exercise would do for me. It's forced me to re-examine cards and see what I could do with them. Okay. Let's see if we have hit any planeswalkers in gold, apart from Kaito. We did not. Right. Battles. Battles had some interesting synergies, but I believe the lowest was uncommon. And of course the one battle we cracked was not a huge one. Yeah, and then there's the rares and the thing common. I mean, Invasion of Tolvada is a good finisher, right? Okay. Right, I think I'm going to lock it here, let the sideboard develop over time as we experiment, because I don't know what the lower ranks will be like. So with that in mind, let's go with getting some. We have 7 rares we can spend on our lands. So let's start with the pay 2 life lands. We don't have anything dominioned here, so we look like we need some Jeskai lands. So let's go with a Hallowed Fountain, a Steam Vent, and now let's go with a red-green and a red-white to cover that. And that leaves us... Actually, that's not a good one. So we're actually going to hold back on these, because as I said, we've got a few fetches here, so having 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potential hits is pretty good. Although all of that comes down when they have the red. Alright. We're going to leave that for now. So we're going to leave the land base for now. I think our best bet. I'm flim-flopping here. Flip-flopping. I'm not going to go insane and spend everything, because I would hate to spend everything, play 3 games and be like, oh my god, we need X, Y, and Z and we don't have it. It's totally clear, not because I'm struggling to spend my money, which is such a crazy thing for me. So, let's talk about our first deck version here that we're going to be taking into the games for the next one. We have our full playset of Niv Mizzets. Our mana base consists entirely of the Surveil lands that we opened with our intro packs, combined with a cracked amount of the New Capenna lands and basic lands. Our deck is running big finishers in Edgar and Kaito. We're running board wipes with ill-timed Supreme Verdict, and then everything else here is basically value and removal. How is this going to play? We have no clue, but I look forward to trying it out.